Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to make this gorgeous little Christmas treat holder. It's a little bag. It's super cute, really easy to make and very economical. Inside in one of our Stampin' Up gusseted treat bags, I have some Mentos mints. And here in Australia, it's summer over Christmas, so we're very limited in what we can put in our Christmas treat holders. Now, mints are always a great deal. It's not going to melt, and it makes us think of snow, I think. So these Mentos mints are individually wrapped. They're really cheap. You can get a bag of them quite cheaply. I got these ones at Big W, but I have seen them around at different other shops here in Australia. Now, these are perfect as a quick and easy treat for whether it be a school teacher, a post office worker, a bank manager or bank teller, just those little people that we see quite regularly that, you know, we want to give them something at Christmas time, but we don't want to spend a lot of money, and this is just perfect. So let's get started. I want to just go through all the supplies needed for this little treat holder. I am using the Wrapped In Plaid Designer Series paper, which is here. I absolutely love this set, and you'll see a lot more over the time before Christmas because this is one of my favourite sweets in the catalogue. This little embellishment here is being made for the Cup of Christmas die set. This is a fantastic set. The Cup of Dies is also a new patented stamp set. It stamps reversible, so absolutely a really fantastic idea that Stampin' Up have come with, but we're just using the dies from this set today. I'm using the Mosaic 3D embossing folder. We have the Cherry Cobbler diagonal striped ribbon, which just looks like candy canes to me, absolutely beautiful. We're using the layering shape framelits, and I'm using the smallest oval there. We're also using the shimmery crystal effects. Now this is a new product in the holiday catalogue, and we're creating this gorgeous effect here on the berries of the mistletoe. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we did have we had crystal effects a few years ago. Stampin' Up used to carry it, but this one's got a shimmeriness inside it, so it's really pretty, and I don't know whether that picks up so much on the camera, but you can see it in real life and it's very shimmery. It's beautiful. Now, most of the things have come from this new holiday catalogue that Stampin' Up have brought out. It went live on the 4th of September. Now, if you live in Australia and you don't already have a demonstrator that you work with and order with, if you would like a catalogue, you can get in touch with me and I can send you one out. Now, all the measurements and supplies for this project can be found over my blog, and there is a link to my blog in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up supplies. If you do purchase through me, use that hostess code that's in the description as well. For the month of September. Now, if you purchase through me, not only will I send you a free gift, but I will also send via email a tutorial bundle, and I'm not sure exactly to this date while I'm filming this how many will be in the tutorial, but the tutorial bundle that I had last month, there was 42 tutorial PDF printable in the bundle, which is an awesome gift just for shopping with me. So I have my kit here ready to go. Now we are using shaded spruce cardstock, and this measures 9 by 6 inches. We have 2 pieces of the Wrapped In Plaid Designer Series paper, absolutely beautiful, with the holly and berries. Now both of these measure 4 by 2 inches. We have 4 pieces of Cherry Cobbler card, which measure 1/4 by 4 inches. We have a piece of shaded spruce, whisper white, and cherry cobbler, and that is for our little embellishment there as well. So let's bring in our Stampin' Trimmer. I want to score my bag first. I'm going to open it up so I can see. Let's move that to here for the time being. Now on the 9-inch side, we're going to score on that one first. And we're going to score at 4 inches on both sides. So let's start with that one. I'm just going to turn it around and score again. And that leaves us a nice little bit in the middle, which is our base of our bag here. So we're going to turn it over to the 6-inch side. And on the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch on either side. It's a very quick and easy bag to put together. Okay, now we're going to go back to the 9-inch side, and at 2 inches on each side, we're going to score down to this score line, so on both sides. So I'm going to pop it at the 2-inch mark. I'm going to score down to that first line. I'm going to pick it up, pull it down to that bottom score line here, and I'm just going to do that bottom piece as well. So let's turn it around to the 2 inches again, and we're going to do the exact same on either side. So down to that first score line, picking it up, popping it down at that last score line, and I'm just doing it to the edge. Okay, so we have our bag all scored. Let's bring in our bone folder, and we're just going to score every single score line except for these ones that we've just scored down to that score line. We want to not touch them just yet. Now, I love the traditional colours for Christmas, the greens and reds and golds and metallics. That is my favourite, but I can work with others as well. So we have that all scored. What we're going to do is we're going to score in at these middle ones, and we're going to, we're going to cut up each of these 4 score lines up to that first score line there on both sides. So let's do that really quickly. So turning over and doing the exact same. Then we're going to do a little bit of notching as well. Very basic box, this one. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get rid of these top tabs. If we open it up, these 4 corners on each side, we're going to cut them off. And don't throw those pieces away, put them in your scrap bin, and you can punch with those as well. And you could certainly make the holly, so this die cut using that piece. You don't need an extra piece, you can use one of those. Okay, so we've taken all those 4 rectangles on the side. Now these ones in the middle here, these little almost squares they are, we're going to just notch out a little bit on either side. So here we are, let's just notch a little bit out on each side, just to make it go together a little bit easier. You do it for one side, you do it for the opposite. So just a nice little notch. Okay, so once we've done all our cutting, we end up with a shape like this. Before we pop our box together, or our bag together, we need to take the smallest oval shape in the layering ovals, and we're going to bring our big shot in, and we just want to create these handles here. Now it's easier to do this before popping it together. Okay, so let's bring the big shot in. And I'm just laying one side of those tabs down just so it fits in nice and even without wrecking anything. I want to layer this so it's even. That looks good, doesn't it? And let's pop this one through. Hopefully that didn't move. So that popped out there. Now what we want to do is we want to pop these together, lining up. And I'm just going to bring in a pencil. I didn't have one ready, so I've just grabbed a pencil. I'm just going to do that area there like that, so I have it all set up. And then I can pop this through again. And we know that they're even on both sides. Running that one through. And that should line up. Beautiful. While we have the big shot out, let's do our die cutting with the cup of Christmas dies, and we're going to need the holly and also the berries and this tag here. So it's the larger of the two tags. So we have the Whisper White with the tag, cherry cobbler with the berries, and I've just used offcuts that I've got in my cupboard. So there we go. I'm going to pop the lid on and run that one through. And lastly, we just need to run the cherry cobbler strips through that Mosaic 3D embossing folder. So let's bring those in. They're already cut. I'm just going to place them inside that folder. I'm going to run them all through together, making sure they're up the right way. So only one cutting plate with that one. We are going to need a little bit of a shim though. Run that one through. Not sure how well that worked. Yeah, that worked all right. So there we have all those embossed. Let's get rid of this big shot. We're finished with that. So to pop this box together, we're going to pop some glue on the inside of the tabs. So I've popped them in. I'm going to stick some glue on there. I'm using some Tombow Mono glue. Oh, that's heaps. Just taking some of that off. I'm going to attach it to that side piece and the other one as well. And then these two pieces here we're going to pop glue on, and this is going to be our front because the box closes this way. This is the edge here, and that's the back of the box. So let's pop some glue down here. A bit of glue here. It's time for a new glue. Just popping the sides on. Tombow's glue is really great for boxes. It holds it really nice and strong. but it also gives you that wiggle room to get it in the right spot. And there's our last little tab there. It's a pretty simple little bag, isn't it? Or box bag. There we go. So this is the front of the box. We're going to stick our designer series paper straight down. So we're doing front and back. If you just wanted to do the front of your bag, you could do that as well and save a bit of time and money. And I just pop it on the side so I know that I've even on both sides. But that's good. So we're going to stick our 4 borders down. How great are these traditional colours? So pretty. Now I've stuck this one on top of the designer series paper. This one I'm going to stick next to it. Oh, hang on. That might not work. It's not going to work. The top one I'm going to stick on top. The bottom one I'll stick over the top. I thought that might look good being a little bit different, but that's not going to work. But this will work. So sticking this one on top. So we have one on top and one over the top. Do the same on this side. If I was going to stick it on the top and bottom, the designer series paper needs to be up just that little bit more. I didn't take that into account. Third glue's the charm. And last one. Has everyone seen the catalogue now? It's a gorgeous catalogue. I love Christmas time. I love Christmas crafts, so this is always my favourite catalogue to work with. So all those little pieces have been put down. Let's start working on our tag here. And our holly just has a couple of punch outs pieces that we don't need. And I also need to cut down the holly stem as well. It's just that little bit too big. I need to go and wash my fingers. I have very sticky fingers. So these two are going to go together. But I don't need these as long as they are. So let's just chop off those ends. I'm going to bring a glue dot in. And stick that down. And stick this other one down next to it. And I'm going to pop a glue dot, or each of these berries down on a glue dot. I can stick these down. Glue dots are fantastic for this. Really, really easy to use. Okay. Gonna do a nice little bow for the tag. And this is Whisper White Baker's Twine. It's just the thin one, not the thick one. Nice little sweet bow. Bit of kink in there. Let's get rid of him. Just running the bone folder over will take out your kinks. See how sticky my fingers are? Okay, another glue dot. And I want to fold that glue dot over because that's only a little bow. Popping the glue dot down. And stick that bow straight on the top there. And I think I can trim that down just slightly as well. So we can pop this one up with a dimensional. Some here. I'm going to stick 2 down on it. Let's pop that down on the bag. This diagonal stripe ribbon in the cherry cobbler, we're just going to tie a little knot on the side here. Put my ribbon scissors in to chop off the edges. And lastly, we just need to do our shimmery crystal effects. So let's bring that in. It's like a pen. Really, really easy to use. You've got to make sure you put your lid on straight away once you're finished though. So I'll do that nice and close to the camera. We're just going to colour in those berries. Goes on really cloudy sort of looking. And then it takes a little while to dry, so you need to be able to make these and pop them aside and not touch them. But once they dry, I suggest leaving it overnight. That's what I found to really easy. So you can see that's really cloudy looking. It will go clear once it's dry. And there's our little treat holder for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's treat holder, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. You can also share my video, that would be really helpful as well. All the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog. There is a link in the description of this video. Don't forget, if you would like a catalogue, let me know, and you can place any orders online any time of the day through my online store, which is also linked in the description. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.